Not that it's evident.
Easy, easy.
Yeah, so we're really excited about our 17th K Academy, and we got over 100. I don't know if we'll call them players, but participants, and we even have about a dozen in golf, and bring back about 30 of our former players, our current team, and when we started this a long time ago, a number of the was to give an awareness to the Emily Krzyzewski Center, raise some money. Some of that is still done now, but it's basically to provide networking and make friends, and it's really good. Last night was a huge night for me. ESPN, kicking off the ACC channel, is putting together a big thing on the 86 team, 1986 team. And so we had a dinner with 8 of the guys, Dawkins, Amaker, Allery, Billis, Henderson, Ferry, Snyder, and Billy King, and myself, and it was terrific. It was brought back where it all started, so good stuff, and having a lot of the former guys come back now is really good. And we'll have our current team here. One of Cassius is coming late because he graduates tomorrow, and it's a good way of getting us going. So any questions you all might have?
We haven't had a chance to talk to you since Trey decided to return to school. How big a boost is that going to be?
Yeah, huge. And he's had a couple surgeries since then. He the same procedure that was done on his left hip before he got here was done on his right hip. You were able to maintain where he was able to play real well, but it's a corrective thing, and he did that about a month ago now. And then last Friday he had hernia surgery. So, but he's good, and he'll be here during the camp and doing his rehab.
I understand Javon will return, but
Yeah.
they have to go through a process with the agents now before they can be announced.
Yeah,
I guess.
the compliance, what they do, Todd Mesimov, I'm sure every school does it, just to get closure. And, it's something that's new. And when there's something that's new, there's always a possibility that something could have gone wrong without you even knowing it. So it's just a good checks and balance. And Javon will be here. I think he gets in tonight or tomorrow morning.
How important will it be to have him back, a veteran in that
Yeah, huge. We're really happy about Marquis staying in. He's gotten some good positive feedback, and we'll have an older upper class, which is something we need. And Jack and Javon, Justin Robinson will be in graduate school. Alex and Jordan are juniors, hard to believe. And they've learned a lot, and to interact. We didn't look at any transfers or grad transfers. We thought that we just wanted to stick with the guys we have, and we didn't try to get any additional kids in recruiting. And we felt let's go with the group that we have and be committed to them, and hopefully that'll all work out well.
You have another top recruiting class coming in, though, but this has become the norm for you. What's going to be special about this incoming class?
Well, hopefully that they interact with the upperclassmen. A lot will be expected of them, especially the 2 big guys, because we don't have a lot of depth at big. But, again, we'll play a style that will be suited to what we have. We're really excited about Wendell. He's a winner, and he can play everywhere on the court and get in Cassius late. Athletically and basketball-wise, he can contribute. I think a lot more balance. Hopefully we'll be a deep team and a healthy team. That's a healthy team would be very good. And that shoes stay on and they don't break, and which hard to believe that would have that big of an impact on your team, but it did.
Mike, how do you see using Hurt this year?
We'll see after we get together. I don't like to have give a preview. I'd rather watch them. That's what July is about, is having the individual workouts and getting to know him. Obviously, Matthew can really score the ball. He's a gifted scorer. He can shoot, he can handle, he can play inside and out, and so he can score from a number of different positions, and he's a heck of a free throw shooter. And actually, Vernon's very similar. They're not what you used to say. He's a big guy. They're really good basketball players, and we'll try to use them in that regard.
Coach, what do you hope the young guys take from being around all the former players, and why is that important to have them here for this?
Well, it's just a little bit of a renewal of your culture, and getting guys like Matt Jones, Emil, Justice will just be here for a few days, Grayson, some Luke Kennard, they're going, just a number of these guys, the guys who are still playing pro, they brought their trainers, so they'll have like Luke might work out, like last night he worked out. If Alex is here, not that he necessarily works out with them, but he watches what it takes, and it's different. Just like javelin will have learned, it's different. And when you're playing against men, we were playing against people who it's their livelihood. I think dreams become goals then. And it's better to have a goal. It's neat to have dreams, I'm not saying that, but if a dream doesn't become a goal, then it's a dream unfulfilled. And I think that's the maturity process that you want all the kids to go through.
What are some areas of Trey's game that can develop even more in the second year?
Well, the main thing for me is for him to be even a more vocal leader. I think as a freshman, that's hard. He was good. He understood what was out there, and obviously had a heck of a year. But I need him to be more verbal, more vocal in running the group, and also in demanding, that certain things are run. A lot of people can yell out orders or instructions, and a leader makes the orders and instructions act. You act upon them. And I think we have, and even more so in today's day and age, a lot of people will say something, but they don't make you do it. And they don't like to confront and make things happen. And in that aspect, I'm going to help him. He can do it. And then he's got to be a guy who looks for a shot. Not, obviously we had a sensational group last year, and you want to find those guys all the time, but Trey needs to be that consistent scorer. I would like to see him be like a double guy, close to. He can do that in scoring. That'd be difficult in assists, but it's possible, and I'm expecting a lot, but that's a goal, not a dream for me, for him, because he's capable of doing it. Out of all those guys, we have a lot of people, not just players, but managers that are in the NBA, and I think it's because they've learned how to work, they learn about the game, and those two guys will do a great job. I think not only for Trajan to be there, but a good friend of mine is David Griffin. David he started out working for Jerry Colangelo a long time ago at the Phoenix Suns, and I got to know him through my national team experience. And they'll have their organization will be uplifted, and they'll really be uplifted because I know their season tickets have gone up. Zion's had an economic impact before, a huge economic impact before he's ever dribbled the ball there.
Mike, where do you feel like Joey Baker is? And obviously he reclassified, so in
Yeah.
old days he'd just be coming to school.
Yeah, but he's the age of a sophomore, and no, Joey's more of the normal, what used to be normal, and it still is normal for a lot of programs, but not ours. Of just keep getting better, and part of becoming a sophomore is that you're no longer a freshman, and there's so many things that you're adjusting to as a freshman, whether it be school, away from home, just everything. And but Joey, we have 11 players, and they all need to play. So how they all fit in, I don't know yet, but I expect all of them to be able to play and contribute.